Forgot to mention this in the video, but you do need to go into the radio and actually allow it to use the USB interface on the radio. It is very simple, but sometimes if you don't and it is on auto by default, it will not work. If you're having issues, just go in and change it to USB. Back to the video we go. To get started with installing JS8call for the Yaesu FT-710, you will need to actually download JS8call. I'll put the link in the description. The second part, not everyone, you don't always have to do it, but some computers you will. You will need to download the specific UART driver. It's just how the radio communicates with the computer. If it seems to have you having issues, go ahead and download it. Windows sometimes downloads it, sometimes not. I already have it installed, but you'll just download it, go through the installation, just takes a minute or two. I also already have WSJTS downloaded, but if you need to, you just press download. Give it just a sec. Important note about this. You do download anyway, or that's the user guide if you're interested. But you scroll down, you'll want the exe, unless you're on Apple, you'll do that, or Linux, Linux and then Apple. But we're going to be doing it on Windows today, so you'll just hit download. So it'll take just a second. This all just depends on your internet speed. And I already have it downloaded, that's why there's a little one. For this one, again, Windows sometimes automatically installs it, sometimes not. But once everything's installed, we'll minimize this. And once you plug the radio in, you come over to ports, COM ports. You'll have 2 ports here. If you have nothing else plugged in, you'll have 2. We want port 8, always the lowest number. Is always what you want. From here, we'll just open up WSJTS. There we go. This computer's a little slow. There we are. Next, the first installation, it will ask you a few things like put your call sign in and your grid square, and that's about it. It will also ask you to add your radio and your audio interfaces, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. It's just going to look a little different because I already have it set up. Next, if you ever need to change anything, you just hit Files, Settings. This is what you'll see right when you open up the software for the first time. Next, when you put your call sign in, you put your grid square in. I'll put a resource in the description so you can find your grid square. It's really easy. From there, you just hit your radio, hit radio. And then because this is already natively supported, it's super easy. You just hit rig, and we'll be doing the FT-710 today. Like I said, if you have more than one port, more than one device hooked up, you want the lowest number for the FT-710. And then where the baud rate is 3840. I honestly, the default worked fine. 8 works good. I just pretty much leave everything at default. For rig operations, we want cat control. Next, on default, this is Vox. For some reason, you do want cat control for sure. The mode, this will just automatically swap on the radio. If you don't automatically, or if we don't set it to this, it won't automatically switch in the radio. Next, I recommend doing data/packet. We want rig or fake it. Either one, they work pretty well. This radio, I think, works better with rig. And that's about it. That's the whole setup. To make sure everything works, you just press cat, test cat, goes green, perfect. Hit PTT, you'll hear it start. You'll hear it click on the radio, and that's about it. I mean, that's the rig setup for the audio. Super simple. If you didn't change anything, it just shows up as USB audio device. That's it for both of them. You can go in and change them if you want. You don't have to. You can if you want. And that's about it. Everything else you can leave as default. This is for if you want it to I'm sorry, this one is so if you want it to show up on websites for people to come in for beacons and stuff, these are your default frequencies. There's no reason to change these. Save messages, again, no reason to change those unless you have a reason. Notifications, UI changes, like you can have different colors for different things. And that's about it. From here, you just press OK. And I don't have an antenna set up on this specific one right this instant, but you will need to adjust the audio. That's why you're probably not seeing anything. Next, we'll go to settings over here once everything's set up. There we go. Okay, we're back. So we want to go down to sound. Next, we don't want to go output. We actually want for input, for the input. Next on this one, you would hit the microphone you need. I'm not going to change it because it will mess up the audio right this instant. But for you, you'd want the USB 3 audio device or whatever you name it for it. And you would just adjust the audio down here. Probably around 50% is about where I keep it. You just want this around 70 to 60. Just keeping the green is pretty much the biggest thing. And that's about it. Actually, it's very simple to set up. And once you set this up like this, you can easily install WSJTX and all the other softwares. Next, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.